live. Have a great stream. Greetings, somebody. Welcome to Kiy N.Y7. A lot of us know the Tupac Shakur um, trial has started yesterday, which is Monday, August 17th. We heard opening statements. And then, as you see in my thumbnail, I have them on there. Keefe D, who was the main person being charged with the murder, or at least being in connection with the murder of rapper Tupac. At the top right was a witness, and she said some things that caught my attention too and should catch people's attention. So while we're waiting for the trial to go into day two, which is today, Tuesday, August 18th, depending on where you are, I want to do a recap on that and give some commentary on it. Um, it's been, what, 30 years at least since the death of Tupac Shakur. I put a question in the chat too, so we'll see how it goes. If no glitching and everything, maybe I can have a decent stream. I'm gonna try. I put a question in there. Has it been too long for a fair Tupac trial? Like, just yes or no. Keefe D started running his mouth and did a book to get money and popularity on social media and whatnot, and now it's coming back to bite him because he's like, nah, I wasn't really. I just made that up. I don't know what to talk about. I'm just bald headed and 62 years old, and it's coming back for him. So there's other people too that are in their 60s now, older than that, using social media to get some clout going, and we'll see where it gets them. I want to start off with one of the revolutionary speeches that Tupac gave. He had the crowd going crazy too. This was from was it mid '90s or so? And then I want to show the recap of some of the trial, but mostly what the witness was saying too. She's basically saying she didn't really see much after the fact, but the way she was treated by the police was quite unfair. So I did want to touch on some of that as well. So let's get into some of this.
I just want to say that if I curse, forgive me. But we curse. We got Lord out here. And ain't no way I'm going to sit up here and let the truth be told and not curse. So they told me to watch my language. Fuck that. So y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me. Y'all heard curses and it's bad out here. And it ain't pretty. So, shit, let's be real. That's number one. My English is bad. I'm a high school dropout. It's going to be real. I'm going to be talking like real shop. But I'm going to be talking from my heart. Ain't nothing written down. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. So y'all got to feel me. I'm talking in slang. So, some of y'all might get lost. I'm sorry. But I'm going to just do what I got to do. And then check this out. When I say I'm losing it, I mean I'm losing. I mean that for real. This ain't no free speech. This shit ain't like just to make it sound good. So I get y'all into it. This ain't to make it so, ooh, he felt that. I'm losing it. You feel me? I know y'all can pick up the papers and see that man got problems. And I do, but we all got problems. And mine is by my motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying? He did tell y'all about my mama and the Panthers and all that. But let me tell you where I ended up, y'all. Let me tell you where I ended up. My mama was a crack addict. I ended up in Baltimore on welfare with no lights on in high school. So we got to really watch this struggle shit. If we gonna struggle, we gotta struggle every motherfucking day till this shit is over.
Let them know, bro.
Fuck that. All that shit that went on in the 60s ain't finna happen in this motherfucker. I'll be dropping some of you motherfuckers who need some babies beyond this year. Trust me when I tell you that shit. God damn it, I'm losing. And the only reason I'm losing is because I never had a daddy. I never had nobody to sit me down and tell me this. You know what I'm saying? They told me, but I didn't believe it because they let my mama crack. I'm telling y'all the truth, as much as you heard me, cracked out, homeless, no life in Baltimore. And my mama put motherfucking work in. Do you hear me? My mama was a gun packing. What I'm talking about for you, motherfucker, excuse me, but my mama put in work, to be laying up in a room cracked out. I got disdain for a lot of motherfuckers, you feel me? And that's why I'm telling y'all, I got to be serious. If we gonna struggle, the struggle got to come from our heart. It can't come because we looking to it from a king back then. It got to come because I'm looking at you and you look goddamn it good to me and you my sister, and I ain't gonna let none of these crackers take you down. You feel me? It got to come like that. It got to come from my heart. It's like that. It's like that. It's hard out here. Like they say we got war. And in war, everything is good. It's all good. You feel me? And when I say thug life, I mean that shit. Because these white folks
That was just an example of Tupac's very outspoken, was about his people, really much against oppression and everything like that, and then stay quiet about it. So there's different reasons why he's so monumental, and I just question too, like I don't really see why they took so long to do this trial. I started to feel like they didn't care once like 10 years went by, another decade went by. I felt like society was just like, hey, it happened, and I didn't know, if they really cared enough. But what I want to do now is I'm going to switch over to what we had yesterday. The trial doesn't actually pick up until maybe 5 to 10 minutes from now, so really not missing anything just yet. And some things she said about poor relationships that the community has with the police, and that is a huge problem. But look how there's just so many things that go through a black person's mind when you got police that you feel don't really care about you. There's something that happened, they're trying to put you in it. You might not belong in it. You might belong. It's like a lot. There's just so many layers to this whole situation. It's way bigger than just what happened with Tupac. It's what continues to go on in our communities.
Yes.
You may be seated. May I please have you state and spell your first and last name for the record?
Ingrid Stokes, INGRIDSTOKES.
Thank you, ma'am. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Paul, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Ms. Stokes.
Good morning.
Back in 1996, did you have a different last name?
It was Johnson.
Okay, so you went by Ingrid Johnson back then? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Did you come to Las Vegas on the weekend of September 7th, 1996?
Yes.
Who'd you come with?
My best friend and some girlfriends.
Okay, can you tell me who they were?
Shalane, Tanisha, and Lauren.
And why'd you come to Las Vegas that weekend?
Well, when you live in L.A., you go to Vegas all the time. It's just a party city. So we decided to go for the weekend. We were all off work. And so we went to come hang out, have fun.
And were you aware, and well, first let me take a step back. So you guys were living in LA at the time?
Yes.
What part of LA?
I may have been living at my dad's, which is Carson.
Okay. And then and you came out for the purposes to party. Were you aware that there was a Mike Tyson fight that weekend?
Yes, that's one of the reasons. There was always a Mike Tyson fight. But we were coming because my friend knew one of the managers or coaches, I forget what they're called, and we had planned on going to the fight.
Did you end up going to the fight?
No.
What happened?
4 women in a bathroom did not work. We took too long. We missed the fight completely.
And so, where were you staying that night?
I believe we were at the Lexor, or the Rio, but I think it was the Lexor.
Okay. And then, did you ever actually make it to the MGM where the fight was?
We made it to the let out, is what I call it, because the fight was already over, so everyone was kind of hanging out. So we went to see what was going on for the night.
And did you hang out there for a while?
I don't remember, but it would have been enough time to run into a few friends and say hello and hang out, and maybe drink or two, maybe.
So, what did you do after hanging out at the MGM Grand?
Well, we had met one of my friends, and they had mentioned there was somewhere they were going to go. So we decided, okay, we'll go there first and see what's happening before we decide, where we're going to end the night. So we all got back in our car, the rented car we took from L.A., and drove.
And do you recall what kind of car that was?
It was a convertible Supreme.
And did all four of you go into the car?
Yes, all four of us were in the car.
And what happened once you guys started driving?
That's a loaded question. A lot happened. We got in the car. I believe we left the MGM parking lot, and then we went to the main street, Las Vegas Boulevard, I guess. And we were driving, and I believe we were, I don't know, about 10 minutes after leaving the parking lot, and then we ran into Suge and Tupac in the car.
And when you say you ran into them, what'd that look like?
Well, we were driving, hanging out in the convertible, and my girlfriend Lauren at the time, she knew Suge, and she told us, "Hey, there's Suge. Pull up next to him. I'm gonna ask them what they're doing." And so Shalane was the driver, and she slowed up close to them.
And so you said Shalane was the driver.
Yes.
Where were you seated?
I was a passenger in front.
In the front passenger? So Shalane's driving, You're on the front passenger, and the other two women are in the back seat.
Yeah, Tanisha's behind me, and then Lauren is behind the driver.
After all these years, you still remember that, huh?
Well, yeah, some things you don't forget. That
I wanted to
me and Shalane were literally head down, taking our seatbelts off when we heard the gunshots. When it's
And to be fair, you didn't see those gunshots.
no.
And then what do you do when you hear the gunshots?
I freak out and I scream, "What the hell?" I said. And then Shalane is kind of half up, half down, and so I grab her head to bring her down. And I was like, "What the hell is going on?" And then she has her hand on the wheel, but she's like frozen. And so I don't remember how many gunshots there were, honestly. But I know I put the car on drive, and I told her to get the hell out of there and drive. And so I may even grab the wheel. Like I said, I'm very aggressive. And from that, she tried to drive off.
And then, did you see the color of the vehicle?
Yeah, so we almost hit the car. When we were trying to drive off, there was a car in the lane, that last lane, that was the turning lane. And it was a white four-door. Can't tell you what kind, but I just know it was like white-ish. And we almost hit it when we were trying to get away.
Were you trying to pursue the white car?
Hell no. No, just want to get away.
And
I want to get to the part I didn't realize I was on, where she feels that they were treating her more as a suspect. And she was saying around that time, and even now, but in the 90s, there was a lot of issues that people in the community had with even talking with the police. So she was extremely uncomfortable, and she didn't want it to seem like she was telling on somebody because she felt like she could be next to get hit and she had nothing to do with it. So you got to realize how many other people too were scared at when this happened and after because of the way it was handled by the police.
Particular situation.
No, I was in the grand jury.
Okay, so you were at the grand
It
jury.
should have never happened either. I don't just blame other people for problems in the community like this because this is absurd. But you got to understand where she was coming from with her friends being exposed in front of everyone, where she didn't know if they thought that she was telling or not.
And with regards to your testimony when you were in front of the grand jury, did you meet with the district attorney's office? Had occurred?
I didn't forget that part.
Okay. If I were to show you a map, would you be able to point out for
Yes.
us exactly?
Much as I can, yes, absolutely.
Sure.
And I wasn't a big fan of the police at the time, so it's not like I wanted to stop and talk. Yes, I did.
were you nervous about talking about what happened?
I didn't think I had anything valuable to say, to be honest. So I wasn't nervous initially because I just was like, we came back because just when we wanted to know what happened. Because we left, so we didn't know. We didn't look around. We didn't see anything. We just left. And so when we came back, we saw there were a lot of police presence. And I wasn't a big fan of the police at the time, so it was like I wanted to stop and talk to them and offer my help, but I also wanted to make sure if I could help, I would help. So when we went back, we told the officers we had been there when something happened, what happened when we left.
And I think what they're going to try to do is they're going to use some people that were at least in the vicinity when Tupac was hit, Suge Knight was hit, to possibly make it seem like, hey, these people know more than what they're saying. They're just scared because they black people in the community. They know things, but they're not going to say anything because they don't want to be labeled as a snitch. And it almost was like they were getting ready to target her with that because you could hear the other side saying stuff like, oh, well, it's like I feel she's just being honest, you know? If she saw something and she's lying, I don't know what to say, but she don't want her life to be taken next. But it's just the way they put people on the spot too. It's just like you want information from someone, but you got her out in the street and her friends in front of everybody, questioning them right after the incident.
And so he made us stop the car and get out the car. The police officer made us sit on the ground on the sidewalk in front of everything. Like cars are still, I think, may have been passing. So it was kind of an odd situation where they were like kind of rude to us, and then they're treating us like we're suspects. We really didn't know what happened though. And so they said, well, we need you guys, eyewitnesses, we need you guys to come downtown or in a van for you guys to come, and had us sit there. I kept asking a lot of questions, but.
So that's that. Now it looks like, oh, okay. So now the trial is going to be beginning. It starts around 9 a.m. Pacific time, which is right on the West Coast. That's where it's held, in Cali. So look at Keefe D. So everybody's just on mute right now. It looks like as soon as they begin and the public is allowed to listen, they will unmute it. Anyone that wants to attend any of these trials that are going on, excuse me, not any trial, any day of the trial, it's first come, first serve basis. A lot of people want to be there and hear everything first so they can report it and for whatever other reason. So there's no sign-ups, none of that. It's first come, first serve every day. Suge Knight was asked to come in and stand in trial as well.
Yeah. We're on record in State versus Davis
He said he's not doing it.
C377407. Anything we need to address outside the presence of the jury?
Not from the state.
No, you are.
Okay, let's bring the jury in.
Stand for the jury.
You have to put on larger screen.
The parties stipulate to the presence of the jury.
Yes, sir.
You may be seated. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a restful evening. We are still in the state's case in chief. So at this time, I'm going to turn to Mr. DiGiacomo. Who's your next witness that we're going to be calling?
We're going to finish that recording and then call a witness.
Okay, sounds good. You may proceed.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, I'll go back and ask you a question again. While you were there in the parking structure and you heard the commotion of people running to be south on Fairfax or back in towards the parking area, did you recognize anybody that, my concern is that may have been further north on Fairfax on a sidewalk, may have seen the shooting or heard something? Anybody that you saw?
I seen running.
Yeah.
They was standing there with me, Kiy N.Y7, the football player,
Okay.
and Ricky Bell,
The
the singer.
And they were with you, or they were?
They was standing there with me. He was waiting on his
Oh, they didn't run around the corner. They were with you anyway.
They was
Oh,
with me.
okay.
They was waiting on the green Benz, this green Benz to pull up. Then my car came out the hills, and we just drove out.
Okay. Yeah, but anybody, as far as coming around the corner, you didn't recognize anybody that you might know, singer or anything, actor? Okay. That's. Yeah, we saw Keyshawn in some of the pictures that were taken inside, and Ricky. And
Yeah, I was on those pictures with him. I had on the blue jumpsuit.
now that I see you in person, because from my impression you were like 6'2".
Tall guy.
Yeah, right. And,
Thought you were bigger.
Yeah, I did. Well, no, that's why I said, now that I'm looking at you, I think I do remember seeing you in those pictures.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to answer tonight, and I'll put out. Did you see anybody would be stereotyped, considered a gangbanger, dressed down, anything like that in the party?
I seen.
Okay. What about outside in the parking lot where you're either parking your car and coming to, or going back to your car in the parking server there? Okay. I need to ask.
I just wanted to verify some things. Okay. In the parking structure, you see some people running
towards the, you know, coming in from Fairfax.
from Fairfax.
Hollering and stuff. Yeah.
So, and you, from there, are you in your car this time, or are you outside?
I'm outside.
Are you near your car?
No, they was pulling up cars. Everybody's waiting on.
Oh, okay, you were waiting for valet to bring your car up,
Yeah.
correct?
Right.
Okay, when the car comes up, I mean, when was the first time you heard that Biggie had been shot? Was it there in the parking structure?
In the parking structure.
What people were saying, Biggie's been shot, or did any particular person tell you?
Yeah, they were just running. The crowd was saying it. The whole crowd. Biggie got shot. Biggie. Like, what?
Okay. Then you were directed by the, as you're leaving, directed by a police officer to turn right as you're coming out onto Fairfax.
He directed every car that came up out of here. A tall.
Okay. You left, you're going down, did you go all the way through Wilshire Boulevard?
No, I made a right.
You made a right turn on Wilshire? Okay, so you're northbound Fairfax to, you made a right turn? So it would be eastbound then, or westbound?
Eastbound.
Oh, okay, that's right. Eastbound. Eastbound Wilshire. Okay. Then, did you go all the way down Wilshire, or what, was there another turn that you made?
On the bridge.
Did you make a left or a right?
Right.
A right on La Brea? Then where did you go?
to the 10.
10?
Then went to the Marine.
Yeah.
To the 10.
10, and we went to 10 freeway?
Yeah.
Okay, and you went directly to the marina to go eat? That's you, Wendell, and Wonder Mike. Jerry's Deli. Okay, you were at Jerry's Deli, about what time were you there?
We met before. Yeah, down at Compton Court. I had about,
What time did I get there?
Yeah.
No.
remember
It was,
I was on the, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
At the Southside Slayer in, Royce Jones was the best attorney and.
Well, you and I were speaking with
That's
some
right,
defense
we still-
attorneys. I think,
Yeah,
Mr. Fall, you were there.
Probably so.
Fred and I were talking about homicide
Sure.
investigation.
Yes,
I think you were there.
Yeah, I think so. Ragsdale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just searching my mind.
And your son went to elementary school with my son when you lived in Phillips Ranch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How
I remember seeing you there.
That's true,
yeah.
that's true.
You no longer live in Phillips Ranch now.
No. Yeah.
That was years ago. That
Yeah,
was what,
yeah.
91 or
That's
2 or
quite
something
right.
like that.
I still have a house there, though.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You rented out? Or?
Yeah, I didn't sell it. I have family members living.
Okay, just want, about what time do you think you got to, what time did you leave the parking structure approximately, do you recall?
well, I was watching the watch and I was
Okay, you said you arrived at the party about 11 or 11:30, you were inside the party for about an hour, and then,
about an hour, yeah.
okay, so that would either make it 12 or 12:30, and when you left the party, so, and, okay, driving time from there to Jerry's Deli, figure right around, what, 1?
Just about 1.
About 1 o'clock, would you say?
Yeah.
1 a.m., okay.
I'll say about 1:30.
Okay, between 1 a.m. and 1:30?
Yeah, about 1:30. 1:30.
Okay, and how long were you at Jerry's Deli? I mean,
No, within an hour.
Okay. About 1 hour, so that would make it at this point,
I got home about 2:30.
okay, well, that means if you were at the deli about 1 hour, it would be 2 a.m. to 2:30,
Yeah.
okay? Now you gotta drive from the marina, where you went
I
straight
dropped
from
Wonder
Gary?
Mike off in the same area.
Okay, then you dropped off,
Wonder Mike.
Wonder Mike in Compton, right?
Yeah.
And then, I'm assuming Wonder Mike and Wendell
Yeah,
live
the
pretty
same
close?
area, yeah.
Okay. And Wendell in Compton. About what time, would you estimate that to be? If you left Jerry's Deli?
I got home about 2:30.
Okay.
2:30.
02:30, arrive approximately 2:30.
Yeah, all these.
I wasn't watching the watch, though.
Yeah,
no,
they're all
I-
approximate. All the times are approximate.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you got home, was there anybody up, like your mom or brother or sister?
Their audio is like way low. I think that's probably annoying people, but you can go on any station, it's gonna be the same volume. So I think I'm gonna pause this and when they're ready for us to hear, they know a lot of people want to hear what's going on. They got the nerve to have it down this low. But all right. See you on the next time. I'm hungry anyway. Peace.